So I think for me, Dr. King's legacy more so came to, I resonate with his later life activities. So I know he stood for nonviolence and he was, instrumental in the earlier marches. However, it wasn't until his Poor People's Campaign activities in which I really felt like, Dr. King was speaking to me in the sense that he understood that in order for blacks to have a fair shot in America, they had to have some economic parity. And therefore, his mission going forward was to try to galvanize the base to stand up for those rights and to at least approach Washington for policy changes that would allow for more favorable economic conditions, not only for white America, but all Americans at that time. And I think that's a theme that still resonates today. I think that although we've made significant strides, I think that's one place in which we still are behind, is our economic parity. And so in my own personal life, I strive to be more economically conscious, and I try to impart, things that I've learned, information to my brothers and sisters so that we can, at least begin that process. It would have been nice to see how it all turned out. However, as you may know, Dr. King was assassinated very shortly before even the Poor People's Campaign could really take off. I would say that they should, do what they can to kind of embody Dr. King's legacy. I mean, his legacy really is for the empowerment of all, but especially us. And I think that, educational attainment, again, economic parity are certainly at the forefront, and students should aim and strive to pursue those as vigorously as possible, because at the end of the day, they have to be responsible for their own well-being, especially if they want to see themselves in a better position than, say, their parents were. So I would say that, to that end, get with people who are like-minded, friends, look for mentors who can steer you in that direction, and really try to educate yourself to striving for those aims, I would say.